I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to record this, but look at that big chunk that just came out of there. Look at that fluid.
How's it going, man? Alright, so I got all your paperwork. Alright, yeah.
This is the weird part of Send It Steve that you guys don't ever get to see. I still don't even know if I'm gonna put this in the video. If I put this in the video, guys, I hope you guys enjoy it. Wow, you really want to get hindsight of what your yard looks like. Go on top of your roof and just do a look down. Now that looks absolutely horrible, but we're gonna get into today's video. So here, someone is coming to pick up the 7.3 truck that we have down here, and we'll pick back up down on solid ground, because if you guys do know one thing about me, I'm actually terrified of heights. So let's get down here and we'll get into today's video and start talking about the changes for 2021. Alrighty, now that the 7.3 is out of here, obviously that was actually a buddy's brother's truck, and I was actually going to put an oil pan in that truck for him. A bunch of things happened with the truck. I couldn't get it running. The tow truck driver actually came here, got it fired up, drove it onto the trailer. Plus, I'm not sure if you guys remember back when that truck got here is when I ran the Connecticut storm. So I ended up getting super far back. Long story short, I got backtracked, got sidetracked with a bunch of things, ended up taking on more work than I had. So that's, you know, my fault, my problem. It is what it is. I'll own up to my mistakes. I didn't have time to finish that truck, but it is what it is. So quick little rundown of everything. Obviously, you know, the ramp truck isn't going anywhere. The 4Runner, we're probably going to straight axle swap this, guys. I'm leaning more and more to it. This thing literally fires up every single time you go to fire it up. So we'll probably end up straight axle swapping this and just kind of having some fun with it. Be an extra little play rig that we got here. And just going from there. The Corvette, I have an offer on. That might actually be leaving very, very soon. The Civic, we're going to tear apart. I'm done with the Civic. I've had my fun with it. So if anybody needs any parts off of that, let me know. But the 44-inch boggers, I'll take $1,500 for. That's right, $1,500 for the boggers. They're in actual pretty good shape. So we're going to run down through some of the other projects and everything here. Obviously, we know I've got to do a scrap run later because Codes hit me with rubbish. And I'm assuming that this is the rubbish, or you know, whatever they want to call all this. That's not a big deal. Tires, debris, I got to get that out of here. Chandler, come get your bumper. My kid's 4Runner, I'm actually going to try to get that thing running, so look for a video on that. We got to put bearings in the front. I got to put a carburetor on it, blah 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 blah. So GTA, that's probably going to be the next project, or one of the projects that you see coming early summer or late spring. So look for that coming up very, very soon. I'm going to actually start collecting parts for the GTA build, and we're going to start kicking that off. The trailer, we got to get some of the stuff off of it, because obviously the stuff under that is for the ramp truck. We're going to get the ramp truck all buttoned up with the interior. I just got the email that my order should be shipping this week, so hopefully we get the dash and everything for the ramp truck this week. Then I got to get tires for it, yada yada yada. But the ramp truck's probably not going anywhere. This car, got to get the transmission tossed in. So I bought this car to kind of use as a daily driver, but I think I'm going to end up using this as a flip car. So I'll get the transmission, everything back in this thing. We'll end up selling it, moving on, and just kind of recouping some money right here in this thing. The maroon car, the same thing. That car there, I might put back together. I might scrap it out. Not really 100% sure which direction I'm going to take it. I hate to scrap it out. I've had that car for so long, but I also don't want to spend a bunch of money putting that thing back together. I'm not a paint guy, I'm not a body guy, and everybody I know that wants to paint the front end of that wants real money to do it. So I got to figure out what we're going to do with that. Obviously, we've got to clean all of this scrap metal up. There's just a little bit there, here, and then all the stock stuff from the 350 is here. So I don't really have much more to clean up here, guys. I know it looks bad, and I know a bunch of people think that it's a junkyard and it's this and it's that, but literally one load of scrap to the scrap yard and this thing would be all cleaned up, guys. Again, the wheels and tires are off of the Jeep. That wheel is actually off of the 350, so it's not as bad as it looks here, guys. I promise you that. But we're gonna keep just plugging and chugging from there. The 6.0 obviously has an oil leak, and I finally got the window put up. I found a subscriber or a friend that has a window regulator, so we got to get a window regulator for this thing, get this thing tossed back on. But sort of a little bit of a frustrating thing was this tape. Now, it's not a big deal, but it is going to take me time. I could not get the tape off of this. You'll see the video coming out on this very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. I couldn't get the tape off of that. Super frustrating, but the 6.0 will be 100% in the streets very, very soon. And now a lot of questions that everybody keeps asking: what is going on with the 6.4? When are you going to rebuild that? Do a rebuild on the 6.4? Guys, it's coming. Financially, I cannot afford to do it at the moment, so we're just kind of not dragging our feet, but I'm waiting till I can financially do that build and do that build right. So I'll probably end up, again, like I said, I'm probably going to sell the Corvette so that we can actually put the built engine and everything in the 6.4 and just get that thing up and running. So those 3 things are going to stay. Look for, or 4 things I guess are going to stay: 6.4, 6.0. The Jeep is obviously here to stay. I don't think I talked about that yet, but this is pretty much a done project, and the ramp truck is here to stay. So those are going to be the 5 projects. I forgot about the GTA too, but those are going to be the 5 projects that we keep here, and I'm just going to have some fun with it. So now, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead, and the Jeep actually lost heat earlier in the week, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I fixed the Jeep heat, and just kind of roll with it and go from there. Oh man, it is freaking cold out here. However, I can't just jump in my XJ here to get warm because we haven't had heat in about a week and a half now. And as you guys do know, that's a little bit of a problem because it's only like 30 degrees here. All right, so like I was saying, my neighbor actually got a flat tire, so I ran over and pulled their tire off for him quick. So I haven't had any heat in this. I think that's where I left off. I haven't had any heat in like a week. It does put off a very, very tiny amount of heat, but I'm going to go ahead today and we're going to try to flush the heater core out of this thing and see if we can't get any heat back out of it. Now, I did already change the coolant, and I put coolant back in this thing. When I first got it, it was nothing but water. So I'm hoping that being able to flush this will, you know, go ahead and rectify my heat situation, because it's like 32 degrees out right now. I know that's not super cold, but when you got kids and they're in the back seat complaining that it's cold, it's cold. So let's just go ahead and flush this out real quick. It's going to be super simple. Somebody on this Jeep here already put in kind of like I don't know what you want to call it, like a quick flush, as you can see right here. So it should be fairly simple to do. Not sure if you've seen it, but right here is like a little quick flush kit. Here's another valve here. So we're gonna go ahead and flush this back and forth a couple times and see if we can't get heat back in this thing before it really drops down into like the 20s and 30s here. All right, stand by. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and undo that one and this one here. Again, it's the heater core mainly that I want to flush out here. The coolant is actually kind of disgusting, if you can see that. Again, I already flushed it, so it should be a lot cleaner than this, but I get it. It's an old, it's a 2000, so it's a 21-year-old Jeep, 20-year-old Jeep here. So let's flush it out and pray for the best. Oh, you guys can't sit there, obviously. You're gonna fall. I'm not sure if you guys can even see anything. That is pretty disgusting coolant there. I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to record this, but look at that big chunk that just came out of there. Look at that fluid. All right, the face. All right, guys, so I'm flushing it, as you can tell. I'm soaking wet now, and I should have heat now very, very soon. I crimped off the hoses, as you can tell here. Actually, you can't tell anything. I'm actually soaking wet. The GoPro's soaking wet here, but I crimped off those 2 hoses there so I could get more out of it. You can see that big chunk of something right there that came out. So I'm pretty sure at this point we're gonna have heat. And let me just hurry up and get this thing done, because I did not like that in my face at all. So stand by. Alrighty, well, obviously we've got heat back in this thing, and it actually works really, really, really well. So I've got to the point now where I'm enjoying it. The kids are thankful that we finally have heat again, and that's where we're gonna go ahead and kind of leave off this build. I mean, again, it's basically complete, guys. We're able to enjoy it, drive it. Everywhere I take this thing, I'm gonna do a reaction video too. Everywhere I take this thing, people are like mind blown by it. They love the way it looks. I know it looks bad in pictures and on camera, but I promise you, in person, this thing looks a hell of a lot cooler than you. So in person, this thing looks way better than you really think. So look for a reaction video, guys. I've been taking it through drive-thrus and everything, and everybody seems to really like this color scheme. Like, it's hard to explain, but this literally matches like the flow of the purple. Absolutely perfect. The pine cones are purple. The pine needles there are pink. So it super matches, guys. I'm super pleased with how this thing turned out, and I hope that you guys appreciate it and understand that I built it for my kids and for us to be out there having some fun in the woods, having fun, tearing it up, break it, fix it, break it, fix it, and go from there. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap up the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in an upcoming video of probably the 6.0 next, then the ramp truck, and then we're gonna start pulling the actually, I'm gonna get the white car done. I don't know if I'll make a video about that. Let me know in the comment section. Do you want to see the video of the trans going back in this white car, or should I just toss it in and just sort of move on? But that's gonna end the video. Take care, have a great night.